Okay, car is dirty. Here's about our 4 inches of our material. We're just gonna lightly go over the car, just like so. Get most of the contaminants off the top of the car. We're not going to push down on it or something like that. I just give it a little shake every now and then to get the crap out. Okay, we got our Optimum no rinse. You can get this at Upkeep.net. This is a 32-ounce bottle. I think it's like $18.99. I got 2 buckets, one for wash and one for rinse. It's a good idea to mark your buckets. 2.5 ounces, 1 ounce of this for every 2 gallons of water, which is 2.5 capsules. We got our Pro Line Tile and Grout Sponge, which is one of the softest sponges known to man. It's really porous, traps the dirt quite well. So we'll dip it in both the buckets, figure out which one was the hottest of the 2. Yeah, it was this one. Okay, it's got a nice small nose soapy. This stuff is like a polymer base. It traps the dirt onto the sponge, and it's also a water softener. So if you have hard water, what it'll do is it'll trap all the water or trap all the dirt in the water, and it'll help it release from the sponge a little bit more. So basically, we're just going to go back and forth with the sponge, flip it over, go up and down. That way, you're always working with a clean surface. I'll instantly throw it in my rinse bucket, which it'll float nicely. The dirt will come off and land on the bottom. It's another good thing about a grout sponge is that it stays on the top of the water, so that way it doesn't go to the bottom and collect all the dirt that's in the bottom of the bucket. And then we'll just wipe it back and forth. Like I said, I have distinct towels that I use. 80%, 20% is always a good thing. And as you can see, it really cleans and it really shines all in one step. It's really good for me because I live in an apartment complex, so I don't have access to a hose. So every couple days I'll come out here with a couple buckets of water and I'll just wash the car. So we'll rinse it, squeeze it up in there, get all the stuff out of it. Dip her on in there. This is as far as bottom as I'll go before I make sure I do the whole car before I get any lower than this. That's where most of your dirt is on your car, is down on the bottom. Okay, let's see how it works on this bird shit. We don't like bird shit. Just put it on there a little bit like this. Look at that. Breaks it right up. Go to the rinse bucket, rinse her off, squeeze it inside the water, up above, take all the stuff out. We'll inspect our mitt, sponge, make sure we got nothing on there, which we don't. Go back to our wash bucket. Now we'll wash the car. Back, side. There you are. Neutralized. The really cool thing about this Optimum no rinse is that when you're done washing your car, then you can turn around and use your rinse bucket to go after your wheels and your brake dust. Okay, I got about 30% of the car done. My drying towel has now become a little bit saturated, so I'm going to grab another towel. That's fresh, which is actually in here. Dumbass. Go like this, snap them clean if they ever get a little bit of dirty on them. And make sure there's no tags. These tags, you don't want them on your towels. They will scratch your car. You throw them out. Basically what I'll do is I'll just do something like this with O&R going all the way around. You can see it really breaks up the dirt and brake dust that's caked into the corners of all your wheels. And I'll just keep doing this in the bucket until I get everything. Make sure she's nice and clean. Now you might have to take some simple green degreaser and soak the car or soak the wheels and then wash them, and possibly take like wheel cleaner to them and clean them. But considering that I do this a lot, they're really not in too bad shape. Now, like I said, you can get an easy detail brush if you want, but I find these little inexpensive brushes to be quite handy. I used to take the wheels off and do the insides, but I've pretty much found that using this crap with a combination of simple green and wheel cleaner, that it does quite a remarkable job of cleaning the wheels. Okay, Subaru is now all clean. See that? Works great. I actually ended up using 3 drying towels altogether. Looks quite good. I still got to do the windows. They look like crap. But you see, it does a really good job of breaking down the dirt and everything.